Hello friends, thank you for joining us today for our time of devotion from Savage Garden in North Knoxville. I am indebted to the gracious owners for allowing me to record because it's a private garden and is usually closed, but they agreed to allow me to be with you for our time of devotion from the beauty of this place, and I'll try to pan around with the camera towards the end of the devotion so you can see the gorgeous landscaping and architecture, the grand trees, and let's see, the dahlias, the black-eyed Susans, the coleus, the hydrangea, all sorts of, they have all sorts of flowering plants here in late summer. So there's some birds singing, and I've seen a white butterfly dancing along the stands of flowers. So watch for the butterfly. Maybe she'll come back. Our gospel lesson this week is from Mark chapter 7, where Jesus encounters the leaders of the temple who often questioned him, and they were questioning him about eating with sinners, and wasn't he making himself unclean or impure? And we can read about those purification rituals and laws throughout the Old Testament, and then of course this reference to it in Mark chapter 7, because Jesus was seen with people who are considered unclean. And so he gives them, of course, a great lesson in the purification of the heart being primary above the cleansing of our hands or our foods. All right? And so I brought today a book of blessings compiled and edited by a Jewish writer, Marcia Falk. She's a poet as well. And she has compiled all of these beautiful prayers from the Jewish tradition. Washing with water is such an important ritual in Judaism, and also in Christianity. We are even baptized into the faith by being sprinkled with water or immersed in water. So there are all sorts of blessings throughout the day that people pray as they wash themselves. And so the first one, upon waking each morning and before each meal, the people of the Jewish faith would say this prayer. Washing the hands, we call to mind the holiness of the body. Washing the hands, we call to mind the holiness of the body. And then she offers also this prayer of thanksgiving. Let us acknowledge the Lord our God, the source of life, source of all nourishment. May we protect the bountiful earth that it may continue to sustain us, and let us seek sustenance for all who dwell in the world. So in our prayers today, let's think not only of our own needs or for the needs of those we know and love, but also for the whole world. And as we read from the Jewish tradition, we might also do well to add prayers for the war between Israel and Hamas, all the innocent lives that have been taken by the tragedy and travesty of war. Pray for peace in God's world, peace in the Holy Land, peace in our hearts, peace in our lives. At Trinity, we will be open this Sunday for worship. It is a holiday weekend, but we are open for worship. The Lord deserves to be worshiped in his holy house, even when it's Labor Day weekend or any other holiday, okay? So I hope to see you there in person, or you can join us online or be in your own houses of worship wherever you care to be. All right? Thank you for your gifts and offerings to our ministries that sustain us each week. We're so glad to be able to be in ministry in Cumberland State's community, Greater Knoxville, and beyond. So we think of those whose lives we're trying to touch with the love of Christ. And there goes the white butterfly dancing along the stand of some different flowers, beautiful dahlias, some zinnias, hydrangeas, coleus, black-eyed Susans, daisies. There she goes over here, okay? So I hope you'll enjoy some of the beauty of God's creation today. And again, I'm just so grateful to the owners of Savage Garden for allowing us this time in this place of beauty. on such a hot day. I'm thankful to this dogwood tree that's providing shade for us as we have our devotion together. In our prayers, we also want to remember the family of Sadie Kinnaman. Our dearly beloved Sadie died last night and was almost 99 years old. She was still 98, but was looking forward to that 99th birthday on Christmas Day. She was a Christmas baby. But we know that she is in the eternal arms of God's love and light. So we wish peace and comfort for her family. And when we know the details of her memorial service, we'll certainly let you know. I have a prayer today that helps us to think about the gift of trees. They bring us oxygen and all sorts of nourishment for humans and all creatures and creation, and particularly now we're enjoying the shade of the tree. And so from Earth Gospel, I'd like to share this prayer with us. All right. Today and tomorrow, let us stand beside you, O God. Let us sit beneath your branches. Let your life grow within us so that our faith may bear fruit for those who hunger, and our hope may provide shade for those who despair. As leaves transform sunlight into food, may Christ's love transform everything we say and do, giving life to others. And like roots below the surface, drinking in water, may you take into your body, your soul, the life-giving nourishment of God's love and rest into the deepness of God's peace. I invite you to worship, of course, Sunday school on Sundays, wonderful, delicious dinner on Wednesdays, and Bible study, small groups, and choir rehearsal. Also, we've just started a yoga class, a chair yoga class for beginners. You're welcome to come join us on Thursday afternoons. And also a grief support group has just started meeting on Tuesday mornings at 11. Just let me know whether to save a place for you, all right? So let us go forth in peace to love and serve the Lord, and may the blessings of God Almighty, our Creator, Redeemer, and Sustainer, rest and abide with you always. Stay hydrated, try to stay cool. This is Savage Garden in North Knoxville. I'll give you a little glimpse. Isn't that a treat for the eyes? This is just one portion of the garden. Look at those gorgeous summer flowers. Such a treat. All right, go outside and find a butterfly today. And fill your hearts with God's love and share that love with others.